Today we have William Chicas, who is a powerhouse of an agent, C2EX graduate, and open house expert. He will be going over all the tips and tricks he uses to show homes virtually. So without further ado, please welcome William Chicas.
Hello guys, good morning. William Chicas here with the customer committee. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. Just because of the pandemic that we're going through, I want to show you the importance why you need to do a video, even though it could be a 5 minutes, a 2 minutes, a 3 minutes, is to give yourself some exposure. Okay, and at the same time, you're showing your product, your house. So today I'm going to show you guys the things to do and the things not to do when you do videos. The number one thing that I find very, very important is that you get someone to help you. Doing it on a stick is kind of cool, but it's not cool. Holding your phone by yourself, it's very hard to get a good view. So if you can see, I have my partner AJ here. He's helping me, so I'm free-handed. I can do shows, move up and down. But if you're holding stick, it's kind of hard. So the easiest way, the cheapest way is find a partner, grab your phone, let's do a quick video. We're gonna walk outside. We grabbed this home just because it's been on the market for a while. Right now we're at a market where properties should be flying off the shelf, like we say today. But there's some properties that still need help, and this is the reason why you want to do videos and you want to do it with you in them. That's my personal opinion. The reason why is because if you do a video and you're not on there and you don't show up, people are not seeing you. Your branding is you, so you're branding yourself every time you do a video. We're gonna walk outside. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start outside, and then you guys can see how we can do a little things different. Okay? So on this particular home, we're walking outside, and when you start filming your video, it's very important that you have that person that's going to follow you, and you have that person that knows exactly what you're going to do. Also, it's very important that when you do your video, before you post, show it to your sellers, because your sellers are the ones that are waiting on you to sell this home. So the best thing to do is, let's do a walkthrough so I can show my sellers what we have. Today's going to be really hot, so AC is a very good thing to have on during the day so that your clients can walk in on a fresh home. On this home, I'm going to show you a couple things that once you start filming, everything that you see behind, your clients can see. There's nothing that they can not see. So I'm going to show you here, walking into this house, the first thing that your clients are going to see is the front impression of the house. So these are items that you need to fix and show your client that we need some attention on the property. Okay, we're gonna walk inside and show you guys how here, just when we walk in, we have a mop at the door. You know, all these things are gonna come in your video. It's barely like 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. and it's already almost 100 degrees. So we're gonna close the doors. It's gonna be a little echoey. Here you just want to, let people know that nice kitchen. But if you really look at the kitchen, you need a little bit of work. So these are the things that are important to your videos that you tell your sellers, hey, seller, look, we're working. It's a team effort. We got to work on this. We got to get these things repaired. We're going to go to this side here. I apologize if I'm sweating. The AC is not really working on this house, and I apologize. But those are things that you can tell your sellers. Hey, Mr. Seller, we're at the house. The AC is not really kicking in. Is there anything we can do to repair it? Because not only you're preparing yourself to get this thing sold, but it makes it easier at the end of the day. Okay? We're going to walk into this bedroom here. As you can see, it's clean, it's nice. It's got a little hall, but narrow. So we're going to walk here. And I'm going to show you the first bedroom. Right in here. You can see it's clean. As you walk in, you'll see the washer and dryer hookups. Okay, so you want to make sure that your house is clean. Okay, one of the tips is clean, 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 because everybody's looking at your video. Here we're gonna walk into this other room, and it's hard to kind of demonstrate, but this house has the bathroom that connects to the master here and connects to the bathroom this way. So these are the benefits that you can show your sellers, your buyers, that this is what we work with every day. So this is part of your virtual tour, that everything that you're seeing behind me, that's what people are looking. They're not looking at you. They're looking behind to see what are the specs, what are the items that need to be repaired. This is the other room, and this is the last room. Okay, so your video should be very clear. You walk in, you express yourself, you tell them what it is, how big, how small, how many bedrooms, the square footage, any extra work that's been done to the property that you know of. It's very good to mention to show that there's improvements that have been made to the property and all the new gadgets that have been added. We're gonna go to the backyard so you guys can see a little bit. So here you can see that this property's got a very nice backyard. Even though it's a little dried out, but we still got a little bit of maintenance to do. And this is part of your video that you want to tell your sellers that it's very important that we take a look at the house, and we take a look at these little issues before we list, or while you list, so we can get these repairs done. Dress code is very important. Okay, you gotta dress up, you gotta look professional. It's one of our jobs to do. Professionalism, prepare yourself, make sure you're prepared before you get here to do your video. Those are the little tricks. Okay, tricks. The main thing on this video, when you do your virtual, is that you want to be present what you're trying to sell. So you're trying to sell yourself, you're trying to sell a house. Thank you guys for giving us the opportunity of showing you guys, giving you some tricks. Apologize. Just to give you ideas, video, 3-5 minutes, get it done. You get yourself in there, and you get the house exposed. All right. Thank you guys for watching us. We're at the house. As you can see, nice trick. All right. Any questions? Please let us know. It's hot. Sorry, guys. It's hot.
AJ?
Hi, Anna, I'm here.
Hi. So we had a question or a suggestion more from Kevin. He said he suggested getting a Bluetooth mic that you could connect to your jacket or shirt for better audio. So we appreciate their suggestion. And he's also provided a link that you guys can check out on the chat. Provided a link that he says is the mic that he uses for his videos.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, and we do apologize to our attendees. We had tried to do a video yesterday to put up here so that we could just play the video while we were doing the Zoom, but unfortunately, AJ informed us that that video got corrupted after, and so the option was to go back this morning and do it live. So this wasn't in our plan. Things come up. Saul asked a question from Saul. He said, are they just using their mobile device?
Yeah, this is the way we're showing today is to get the agents the way of doing these videos the cheapest way as possible you can. You know, this is your phone, Facebook, it's all free. For a lot of you to get yourself exposed out there, these little videos will help you out a lot to get you through this pandemic that we're going.
Great. Okay, so this is one way of doing it live. So another suggestion I would have to our participants is many of us already have maybe pay a videographer or a photographer for professional photos and even walkthroughs. I know a lot of us in this time are doing Mataports. Now, if you aren't doing a video Matterport, that is where you can click on the button and the person viewing your video literally can go from room to room to room. They can click on little areas and they can go like a 360-degree, move up and down, walk closer from room to room. So I highly suggest that, you know, if you are doing your your virtual open house, you can also do it that way, is click through the virtual link. But the important thing about doing the virtual open houses is that you, as the agent, you know the house backwards and forwards, or you should. You have gotten all of the features from your homeowners. You have gotten the inside on what their favorite features are, what they like, if they have what type of countertops they have. Maybe they're not granite, maybe they're marble, maybe they're a different stone that is very, you know, unique or more expensive or upgraded. As you're going through the virtual tours, you can actually highlight that. If you're showing on your virtual tour, clicking through the rooms, you could stop at the kitchen and put your voice in and describe it. Tell them that there's soft close drawers, that they're upgraded. So there's definitely touches that you can make when you're doing your virtual tours. William, what other suggestions would you have?
Yeah, the other thing is just, you know, making sure the toilet seats are down, you know, all the blinds are open, all the lights, the light bulb. We did a video, I'll be honest, we did a video on a very high-end house 2 days ago. Half the bulbs in that house didn't work, and to the seller, that was okay. And I had to tell her, how would you like to buy $1 million house with lights that don't work? And that's pretty much, you have to get through your sellers, because if your lights don't work, the first thing your buyer's gonna say, oh, it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's wrong with it. You know, so there's a lot of things that are gonna come up. Debris, you know, debris around the house. It's very important that you get it all out. Get all the debris out. Right now, there's, yeah, houses are selling, but there's houses that are not selling because of the neglect that people think, oh, everything is selling, so let's just, you know, throw it on the market, we'll sell it. But at the same time, one thing you said, Anna, what's the 3D tour? The Matterport. The Matterport is really, really, really good, but you won't be in it. See, and the reason why you want to do these videos is because you're trying to market yourself. You want to be the one out there. You want people to see you. And this is one of the best ways to see you. The Matterport, you can use it after you get the listing. But these videos is really just to do a quick video that you're every week or once a month, you know, however one you want to do it. There's agents that are getting listings left, right, and there's other agents that are not getting anything. So you gotta work one way or another to figure out what do I need to do.
Great. Any other suggestions, Will, on having a checklist while you're going through your open house if you're doing it live?
If I'm doing it live, what I did, I'll show you guys. I have a checklist. So I walk the house and I make sure what I wrote, all the things. So I'm gonna this back to my seller and say, hey, Mrs. Seller, see, I did a good walk and this list that we need to take care of. When I do my walks, I make sure that everything is pretty much done up before I do it. I don't recommend for you to do a halfway video because it really doesn't come out right. You know, you're not doing yourself a favor. Prepare, prepare, prepare. That's what I can say. These tours, they're the shortest one I've seen people do is taking an hour to record 3 to 5 minutes. So it's gonna take you a good while to get a video.
So one other suggestion that I would make in doing your virtual open houses is you want to be able to give the clients that are viewing your open houses something regarding the home. So I found a very good tool when you go to your RPR. Hopefully everybody is familiar with RPR, Realtor Property Resource, and you can link onto that directly from the multiple listing website. Any attendees to your virtual open house, you could actually go on to RPR and have pre-completed reports on the property you're doing the open house at. You can have a neighborhood report. You're able to have the seller property report about the house. Any giveaways, a flyer from RPR or a flyer that you've created yourself. And so you can ask people that are attending your virtual open house to send in or text their information so that you can instantly from your cell phone and at your virtual open house, as you're getting their emails and phone numbers, you can send them an instant report. And what's great about that is it has all of your information in there. It's got your contact information. It's got all of the information they need regarding the property. And of course, when they're sending you their emails and their phone numbers so that you can send them those reports, you've just captured a lead that you can follow up on and hopefully convert. So AJ, any other suggestions? Will?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you do a really, really good walkthrough before you start. Make sure all your lights are on. Make sure your phone's charged so you don't do halfway. I've done it before. My phone is charging up. So I have to come back the next day. Prepare for your tour. Do a quick video. It's very important that you get yourself out, get yourself exposed, give yourself some credit to be out there. Sometimes there's, you know, you might not believe that your video is good enough. Just put it online, get yourself out there, do a quick videos of your homes. That would help you a lot right now.
I got a question from Louise. She's asking if anyone has done a live virtual open house.
Live virtual open house. You know, that was the plan to do that, but we were not allowed to do it. They didn't want us to do a virtual open house because you're gonna attract audience, and then you're gonna need masks, or everybody's gonna show up. So that was one thing that we didn't want to do, a virtual with signs open house, because you're opening a house that people might show up and you're not going to be ready through this COVID that we're going through. So that was one of the
Well, I think she's referring to what you're doing now, going through a property and doing a video and uploading it to your, however you do it, either having a watch party on Facebook or uploading it to social media. I believe that's her question.
Yeah, you can set yourself, let's say you can do a Zoom.
Anna?
House.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you
Hi,
can do
Louise.
They're doing live virtual open houses down south
Yes.
without having people show up, and they allow the people to interact on Zoom. That's what I thought we were doing today. Are you, so you're not doing anything where people can actually interact with you on Zoom?
You know,
Is that right?
everybody's doing, their
Right.
own way. There's CAR rules that I read 2 days ago. It's up to you. I can't tell you. I know that you can do a Zoom open house. If you schedule it for your audience, you can do a Facebook because they'll be live and you'll be done once it's finished. You know what I mean? But if you're doing it to attract audience while you're doing it, it's different. So I'm not sure if that's something that we're allowed to do or not.
Well, I guess they're out of order down in the Southland, I guess, and up in Northern California. Huh. Okay, thanks for addressing that.
Yeah, and Louise, to your question, yes, we here, I have seen some agents here in Bakersfield do live open houses. I believe when we were doing the when we were in the mandated stay-at-home order, and we just thought that maybe bringing some tips, suggestions on, maybe we're hoping that we stay open, but seeing how the situation is, if we had another stay-at-home order in place, this would be a great solution. And I think we've all gotten very comfortable with Zoom. A lot of people do Facebooks out there, so there definitely is, you're not limited on your options of doing a virtual open house. You could definitely have maybe a watch party on Facebook, or do it live on Facebook. You could also set up something, as Louise suggested, on Zoom itself. Now, even if you did something on Zoom, I believe with Zoom, other than live, that's why my suggestion was that if you had a Matterport and you were doing a Zoom open house, you could actually play your Matterport video. And while you're showing that video, you could be talking and showing the features of the home itself. Now, live, what Will is doing, and that's perfectly fine. If you wanted to go live on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, have watch parties, definitely an option. And I believe that on Zoom, you could actually, have a more organized, where you're actually sharing your screen, because on Zoom, you have the option to share your screen. And then, so when you share your screen, that's when you would do your walkthrough with your pre-recorded videos.
We work with Paul at First American, and they have a marketing that we use for tours. It's very useful, very easy to use. AJ uses it a lot, and we use it at the office too. They're great tools. Anything that can help you to be online today, that's where you want to be. Just because the paper is gone, now we're into the new technology and it's online. So the more you can get out there with your clients, with your watch parties, the better you will do this year.
Are there any other questions?
Are you guys, anybody out there, are you guys doing videos on your open houses, or you guys are just doing virtual tours where you don't show up? What's working for you guys? What's working the best?
Hey, William, this is Kevin Oliver. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Yeah,
Great.
what I use, I have a number of tools that I use. Obviously, we have our drones that we use like that. But one thing that I have found that's really good too is a gimbal. And instead of using like a stick or something, because you get that camera that shakes a lot of times, I use a gimbal, which is a stabilizer. And I can walk around, do the tour either by myself or with a videographer with me. And then I use my lapel mic that connects into it, and you get really good audio that way. And we seem to, now I don't do them live. I prefer to go ahead and record a couple of shots, edit them, put them together, and get all the links. And then I link it into either our website or and then publish it out on several social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, things like that. And that's what we do.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. I mean, you got the equipment, you know, so which is very, very good for you. Be able to do all that.
So Kevin, let me ask you, can you, do you mind sharing is that link that you shared, was that the gimbal or is that something different?
No, that's the smart mic that we use that connects via Bluetooth to your cell phone, so that when you're walking around, because when you get a little bit further away from, if you have somebody else filming you, you're not gonna, like, sometimes you heard William was very soft voiced. When he got closer to the camera, you could hear him better. Well, when you're wearing one of the mics on your lapel, it records that and you don't get that audio deficiency. Or, you know, so that's what that is. And that's what that link is. It's not for the gimbal. I can provide, I don't have the link for the gimbal with me right now, but I can shoot it to William later on or whatever, and then he can.
Yeah, please.
Great. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Appreciate your input. So in this time, there's so many ideas on doing virtual open houses, and we appreciate everybody's ideas and comments. And this was more a tug to kind of bring people together and throw ideas out there, let you know what we came up with. And Paul Steele did. He was instrumental in giving us some ideas on a class that he went to on doing virtual open houses. So we just wanted to get it out there. Also, I believe, you know, using from what Kevin said, you could put a video together if you wanted, if you didn't want to do the live thing. And YouTube is also an option. And then you could put that video on YouTube and possibly then link that to your social media pages as well. So.
And you can also schedule these on Zoom. So you can schedule it on Zoom, like have a time, like let's say Saturday, 2 to 4, you're going to be at this house. So people can, you know, log in. And then before that, maybe a week before, start marketing it on Facebook, start marketing it on, you know, all your social media. And that's what Paul can help with, how to market, where tools are available for that. So that way you can do it live and have interaction on site.
Yes, and Jamie had to step out for another Zoom meeting, but he was going to instruct on how to put this, because obviously you all know that you can go into your MLS and advertise your open houses. You put them into the MLS so that they're advertised to the public. And you can do that also with a virtual open house. So I'm not sure if we have Jamie back, but he was going to give us a short little tutorial on making sure that everybody was clear on how to do that.
The thing, guys, is once you do these videos, it's very simple from your iPhone, from your other phones that you can use, and directly uploading to Facebook. If you have a Facebook, and just uploading and have people see what you're doing at least once or twice a week, so that you're live out there and people are seeing you. People want to know that you're still working. People want to know that you're still videos through Facebook. For me, it's work. It's working right now. And I spend little money on advertising, making them run once a week or twice a week, just depending on what the listing is. But Facebook is one of the easiest. I know a lot of you guys use Instagram, TikTok, all those other apps, and whatever niche that you're working with that works for you, keep doing it because that's where your niche is. Not necessarily doesn't have to be Facebook. Other apps.
Thank you, Will. Yeah, so I see the point that Will's making is that during this time, you want to make sure that your clients know that you're still available, that you're still out there working. And maybe another idea is in your videos, maybe incorporate. You may want to, if you're doing it live, incorporate the guidelines, if you will, that realtors are following, and that this is why we're doing virtual open houses, so that they can still attend an open house, but safely. You may even want to incorporate the infographics that realtors are now posting at the properties, that show, that when you do find a property that you want to go in and take a look at, maybe they look at, they're out looking, they want to look at open houses, and you show them 5 homes virtually, whether it's pictures, and you could do that on Zoom. So get your client, get them on a Zoom scheduled meeting. You could actually instigate the open houses. Look for open houses on your Bakersfield MLS, if anybody's doing any virtual open houses, and say, hey, these open houses are in your price range. Let's schedule a Zoom meeting. We can attend these open houses together via Zoom. And then, they can narrow it down, and then you can schedule the 1 or 2 out of the 5 or 6 that you've just showed them virtually. And, again, making sure that they understand the guidelines on the safety precautions that realtors are taking, so that they see that we're definitely, our main concern, our main priority is keeping everybody safe out there. And I'm not sure if we have Jamie back yet. I am going to send him a quick text because he was going to go over the MLS and putting your open house, advertising it on the MLS. So let me see.
I got a question to ask. I know there's a lot of us today on this meeting. What works for you? Does the Facebook work? Does the what's that? Instagram? No, the 3D Matterport. Does the Matterport a tool that works for you? What are the tools that have been working for you guys that you guys are using now?
I guess I can speak to that a little bit, if you don't mind, William. There's a couple of different, they're talking about the Matterport. There's also Astroom, which is a competitor of Matterport. Those are just manufacturers that do virtual, not 3D, but yeah, I guess it's almost like the virtual tours of the house. And I've done those. If you look at my listings, every single one of my listings, I upload those. We have our own equipment that we go in and we film the house, each room, and then there's a computer software that puts those all together, and we upload those into the MLS. And then on the what I would call a virtual tour is what you did today. You're going through and showing the house, but there's a couple of different ones that are out there. And like I said, I use Astroom, and those I use as a listing tool. but I guess you could incorporate that into your open houses as well, you know, and point your guests to a link on your website or whatever. And that's my suggestion.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah, anything that works out there for you guys, just keep doing it. You know, keep going at it. Don't feel like we're going through rough time. We're going through opportunity time. This is a perfect time to revamp yourself, redo yourself, work on yourself, work on what needs to be changed, and do things different. That's all it is. We're doing things different today. And this is a way to get you guys going. That's what we want to do, is get you guys, you know, get going so that you don't feel like we're stuck. There's always ways to, you know, work things around.
Okay. If our guests or participants have any other comments or suggestions, we'd love to hear it. Just unmute yourself and we'd love to hear it. Jamie said he's got about 3 minutes.
Actually, I'm ready.
Oh, there you are. Good. Welcome, Jamie.
Okay. So is it okay to start?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share my screen. So can you see my screen okay?
We can.
Perfect. So if you revise your listing, you know, there's a lot of ways to do it, but here under open houses and brokers open dates, they work the same way. Currently, we only allow virtual. Once we're allowed to actually do physical ones, you'll have a drop down of a choice, but you just fill out the items in red. This is a little calendar you can click on or type in the date, your time, etc. And then you provide the URL. So this is either your Facebook, your Zoom meeting, or WebEx, whatever it's going to be. And then you can go ahead and write your comments and hit save at the top. So you can find the brokers, and I'll show you the brokers open real quick. So brokers open date, same way. So if you want to do a brokers open, you pick the day you want to do it, etc. Same way, hit save, and then agents can either search open houses or brokers open. And on the websites, wherever that open house option is, it still works the same. It's just all virtual now. So this is just an option. So you can take what William kind of shared, you know, get it on the internet or promote it, and then, you know, do it live as virtual. So that's all I have.
Great. So under where that said link URL, the URL link, Jamie. So if you were doing a Zoom, that's where you would put in.
Right. So you would create the Zoom meeting, you know, pick a date in the future, grab that URL, and then go into the MLS and then just add that URL. And then when you're actually, you know, ready to do it, you start your meeting while you're at the home or wherever, and you just do it live.
Great. Okay.
And then Jamie, I guess a question would be if you have buyer's agents, or say if another buyer agent wants to go and do a virtual open house for another agent's listing, they would just need to get that information over to that listing agent, correct?
Right, right. So if that agent is allowing that, yes, they would send them the link, tell them what they want to put in. But yes, they don't have access to your listing. Or if you do not do your own entry, you'll have to give it to the clerical person for the office to add that. Yes.
Great. If doesn't look like I've gotten any other questions in. So thank you all for attending. Thank you,
Thanks,
Will
guys.
and AJ, for being out on location. And you guys all have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.